Welcome back to Lightsteel Hockey's Quarantine Camp. Today we're doing a really quick overview of our upper body workouts. So the purpose of our upper body workouts is going to be two main things: become stronger and more resilient. So we want to work on that injury prevention and make sure that we're going to be healthy and ready for contact within sports. So the first main key here is going to be relative strength. So once again, we are focusing on how strong are you versus how much do you weigh. So a lot of this is going to be body weight. Most of this is designed specifically because we can do it at home as well. If we were using a gym, we could use some more barbells and other things to help us get strong, but we're confined within our home. So strength versus conditioning is also another important aspect here. Remember to keep your rest longer than you normally would here so that we don't get into the conditioning side during our workouts. Our workouts here, at least the strength portions, we are doing this to get stronger and faster and recruit more muscle fibers. We're not doing it to just get in better shape. We can do other stuff for that purpose. So remember as well, what goes with that is going to be our neural drive. So your brain is in control of how many muscle fibers your body recruits for each exercise. So we want to think about it before we start each exercise. Get your brain in the right spot, get your head into it, and make sure you're pushing and exploding properly. Okay, the other couple important points here are going to be proper core function. So your core and your abs in particular of your core is a pretty unique set of muscles. Most of the muscles in our body are just like they would be in our bicep, where they anchor at 2 points and they just have straight muscle across. And when we have that case with our biceps, our triceps, our quads, most of the other muscles in our body, those muscles are responsible and designed for lengthening and contracting to move joints with more and more force. Your core is different, right? It's not one continuous muscle, at least where your abs are. And what the core is actually designed for is rigidity and creating stiffness. And the reason we want to be able to create good stiffness with our core is to prevent energy leakage, so that you can take your lower body power and it transfers to speed. So core is going to be a really important thing. If you skate or you run, and when you're sprinting off that leg, your lower back arches and moves, you're going to have energy leakage and lose some of your power. So we need a really strong, stiff core to maintain good posture through our movements and through our explosive movements, especially to get more speed. The last part of this is going to be shoulder health and mobility. So one of the most common injuries in hockey, shoulder dislocations and shoulder separations as well. So I've had a few of these. I've had some surgeries here, and almost all of that can be attributed to training improperly. I was training for strength, but the instructors that I had were not doing a good job of injury prevention and making sure we had good posture. So your shoulders are quite unique in terms of your joints. They're actually a floating joint, with the only connection being right through the front here in your collarbone. So in order to have shoulders that are good and resilient, we have to make sure the surrounding muscles around them are strong and functioning properly to keep our shoulders in the right spot. So if you end up in this position, which is kind of how we stick handle and shoot, and also what you would do if you're sitting on a computer or a desk all day, your shoulder blades come forward, your inner traps go out, and you end up in a bad position. Now, when you take contact in these kind of positions and you're not strong through all the supporting muscles, this is when injuries can really occur. So we're gonna make a point to be working on a little bit of stuff that goes a long way to preventing some injuries to do with the shoulders and the rest of our body through our workouts.